Okay, folks. All right, here we are in the airbrush studio. And we're going to do a little bit of airbrushing. I think we are anyways. We got an SU-85 to paint up. And we have a special mixture of stuff that is supposed to help with the primer. We'll see. We'll see if it works. We'll see if it works. And we got some clean airbrush parts. And let's go ahead and get rid of these Crusaders for the time being. Just those two? Just those two. All right. And got a Crusader turn up here too. All right. And a Crusader body. All right. We got lots of different things to work on, including clear coating my pens with 38s and what have you. But last time I left the airbrushing, I was having some issues with the airbrush jamming, and we took it apart completely, removed one piece I'd never removed before that you're supposed to remove. It's like, what are you doing removing something you haven't removed before? Well, yeah, I should have been cleaning it and hadn't. No, it was jammed shut. I thought it was actually part of another piece. And yeah, we got lots of paints here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, oh, and I got these little guys too. That's where these things are at. Okay, so the first thing is, let's put the airbrush together for primer and see if we can get that working okay. And I marked one of these needles, and it doesn't help. I should be able to tell which one's which just by doing this. Young Steppa, welcome. And the other one is this one. I marked it, and then it got unmarked because I cleaned it. So let me get the super readers on. Is this them? No. This is them. How you do that? Okay, this is the one that came with the airbrush. Cool. So that's the 0.35. So this is the 0.5. This is the one that has more space. It can handle the thicker fluids. All right. So we're going to load it in from the back side. And the nozzle, which should be completely clean. And this is actually the part that I never took apart, is this little nozzle that goes on the front of this. Ooh. Interesting. I just noticed that this nozzle split. So it actually supposed to look like this. It's supposed to look like this. And it's actually like that. Interesting. I wonder why. Huh. Okay. 0.5 nozzle. About $10, something like that. I hate going to that store and buying things though. Hobby Lobby, you can't ever leave. Like it's like, okay, I'm ready for pay for this, and you can't. It's like you gotta wait in this line from hell. Everybody complains about self-checkout. I don't. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. I never noticed that before. Okay, so we're gonna put that one down. I don't know what effects that's gonna have. And this nozzle here, which was jammed shut. Now this one you do need to crank down on it. Actually, I don't need that. That one's just a protector. Let's see how this works once we add air and make sure everything's flowing okay. Luckily, this isn't the nozzle that's for real precision. So if one of the two nozzles is ripped, this is the one that will affect the least. All right, let's crank this up. And this is an Iwata HPCS airbrush. And the compressor just has a 3-liter tank. It happens to be a Masters airbrush cool runner. The generic airbrush tanks work okay. The generic airbrushes do not. Let's fire this up to about 30 psi. Let it get up to speed there. Already fumbling shit? Luckily, it's totally not important. All right. psi. Moisture out of there. Let's get our body cavity search glove on. All right, and we're going to run airbrush cleaner through here. Interesting. So that's probably happening. The bubbles are probably happening because the nozzle's broken. All right, let's try something. Let's try something a little bit different. Let's do this. We are going to thin this primer. So So let's go ahead and pull this out. Let's pull this needle out. And let's put the 0.35 needle in. With the 0.35 nozzle. We'll put that one back. Yeah, this thing is ripped. It's got a little tear in the end of it. Might actually be able to see it on camera. So this is the airbrush needle that came with the airbrush. Now, let's try that again. Okay. Now, in the past, I've not had good luck putting the primer through here. But this guy is supposedly an expert, and he made this liquid. So he said 70 to 30% this. This is a mixture of flow improver. It's just, I put it in the flow improver thing. It's like 70% flow improver and like 30% thinner and then 10% retarder. I came across this article this morning. We'll see if he knows what the hell he's talking about. This is supposed to help with tip dry and everything else. We'll see. And I have not had any luck using this primer through this 0.35. So if it works through the 0.35, that's a step in the right direction. You back here for some sleep. Excellent. Well, you're not going to be able to sleep because of, noisy bastard. All right, so let's go ahead and one of the things that we need to prime is this SU85, which we did finish. Okay, so let's clip this somewhere that hopefully is pretty stable. And we're going to hold it upside down and prime this joker. Let me turn this a little bit. And if this works, we're going to talk about how to make this stuff. But it's not sticking to the nozzle. If this works, we're going to buy a big one, and we're going to make a big one of this shit. Now, one thing I did for ease of painting don't see anything on that tip. Which that means that if this works, and if this works consistently, I won't even replace the 5 nozzle. I won't need for anything. Japanese tanks. No, not yet. This is a Soviet bastard. Not even a tank, it is an assault gun. This is working pretty fucking great. This is working pretty fucking great. And I'm a big fan of giving people credit where credit's due, so. Now I do like this Viejo thinner. Yeah, none of it's going on the tip. We got none on the tip. ISU, if it's ISU and JSU is the same thing. That's when the base of vehicle is a Joseph Stalin. This is an SU, so it's a base T-34. It's a T-34 bottom. With an 80. And well, this make my weekend. I mean, I haven't had that much problem airbrushing, but I'm pretty detail oriented, and I always think that if I'm having issues with something, there's a lot of people that are a lot less patient than I am. They're having a bear of a time. And we're out. Well, we still have some in there, but we're out. Okay. And man, this is totally different. It's totally different than before. It's like thin. Okay, my dude, we're gonna make you famous. It's probably got more people following than I do. All right, we're gonna do about 7% of this. I just kind of winged it. And then 30% this. We'll be buying more Airbrush Flow Improver. That's what it is. And then we'll use our little stick. Keep using the same one. Mix it up. Some guy said he was using, he was back, I forget what it is, back something to mix it in the cup. I don't know how to do that. So we're gonna use these little mixing things. I got enough of them. Okay, let's try this again. Yeah, it turns out real well. We're going to do some crazy shit tomorrow. And you work on Urukai Pike for 172nd Dark Alliance. Your stream brings real joy to my heart. Come on, man. You need something to live for. To bring you joy, I mean, that's good, but motivate you to work on this stuff, man. This is a great freaking hobby. Hi. We can switch to the top one. There is a 170 Dark Alliance from Redbox. Yeah, I actually know what Redbox is. Really, you do 172nd figures. Wow, I thought it was just me and like 2 other people. Yeah, Redbox, they make some sets. They're very hard to get a hold of here in the United States. Redbox, very hard to get a hold of. So they make Lord of the Rings stuff, huh? I like 1/72nd scale, man. It's a great scale. Oh man, this is. I'm skeptical. I'm wondering, like, when is this going to jam on me? But I'm talking, I got no tip dry at all. You can pick up Dark Alliance figures from Hannah's. Jeffrey, I've got the Panther out here, just so you know. Try to keep your pants on. I appreciate those pictures, man. It gave me the confidence to move forward with it. Instead of me wondering what I'm going to do with Panther knocked out with no barrel. It just looks a bit of a strange situation. Okay, this is amazing. This is really, really amazing. Let's have a seat. Let's see if I can remember what PSI. We're running about 30, which is pretty high, but this is thick stuff. Zero tip dry, nothing. I haven't cleared the tip once. I'll make a video about this if this shit ends up being the cat's meow. Now, if any of this inside is showing, I'd really rather it be dark. It's freaking cold with this fan blowing on me. I'm wearing little to no clothing. Little, not no clothing. An old frontline Panther, missing gun barrel, so I was looking for inspiration. It's for a war game. It's eventually for a war game. And I think we're going to paint this thing for what's that thing called? Corson Pocket. I'm not painting any particular building, any particular vehicle, but we're gonna snow this guy. We're gonna do some snow camo. Yes, for DBA. No more DBA, please. I've done enough. No more DBA, please. I'm retired. Somebody else can do DBA stuff. I mean, I'm going really light on this. And I'm not getting punished for it. And I still have half of that. Fucking stellar. Fucking stellar. I'm gonna go hug this guy wherever he is. I always like giving people credit where credit's due, man. People need to be encouraged to help each other out. You know, if you have something that's gonna save somebody a ton of trouble, man, put it out there. Put it out there. Nothing worse than being discouraged in this hobby. This is a great freaking hobby, but wow, just freaking wow. I would have had to do close to 50 PSI before it would have jammed on me. I would have had to clear the tip. Zero tip dry, nothing. Completely clear. Wow, unbelievable. Okay, mini games. Which war game I play now? I play a game called The Face of Battle. Well, we're going to modify it. It's not abstract at all. Cheers from Italy. I'm Alfredo from Caserta. Welcome. Welcome, Alfredo. Alfredo from Caserta. I can't wait to go to Italy. I'm just going to talk to him in Spanish and talk with my hands, and we'll understand each other because you guys are our cousins. Okay. Here. All right. What else did we have to prime? I'm not worried about there being paint left in that. It's okay. Let's get the ugly ass panther. This abortion known as a panther. Now, I did bring my shitty brushes out here. Because we're going to have to clean some of this. We're going to have to clean some of these brush ones down here. Do you know you have a wonderful royal palace in Caserta? World War II, the Fifth Army have a headquarters in the royal palace. I did not know that. Now this panther's okay. The other panther's an abortion because it has the sprocket wheel where the other one should be. It is just, there's all kinds of back-asswardness to it. This one actually I can remove this. And this is an old Hasegawa G. I think this isn't, it's an early G. It doesn't have the chin on the front of the turret, but it does have the G hatches, which are straight. And this is how I got this. This was like, hey, I bought these from a show, and the guy's like, hey, just throw these things in, see if you can do something with them. And I think this is something that was poorly made, and then somebody's kid got in it and just skull fucked it. It's the best way to describe it. Some of these tanks have been violated in ways that oh man, I need a little bit of sandpaper because I want to take that number off because we're going to repaint it. I'm going to be right back, and in mere moments. Okay. I want to take off the thickness of this. we are gonna. So the whole thing is we're gonna spray this thing black, and then we're gonna paint it like it's a new vehicle, and then we're going to go from there. I need the super readers for this. Look at it at an angle. Make sure it's not too thick. This hatch, can we pop it open? Yes. Good. Good, 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 good. I'm actually going to leave it like that. I need super glue out here. That would be perfect to just leave it in that kind of, like it took a back blast. After also the surrender of the Germans in Italy was signed at the Palace of Caserta, and it would film Star Wars Attack at the close there. If you came to Italy to visit this palace, I worked there. Well, it took me 53 years to go to Spain. Our country of origin. And I fucking loved it. I mean, I could live there. I don't want to work there, but I could live there. We had a great freaking time. I love Europe. And it just proves to me that the history here we have in America is just trash. We have trash history here. It's nothing I'm ever interested in. So, yeah, we're just going to paint this and hope for the best. All right. Let's paint this god-awful thing. This thing has been touched in all the wrong places. And it was almost a Pink Panther. It's got some kind of a tan color that... God, oh shit, I never took a picture of this thing. All right, well, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to do some video shots here. Because then I can come back and I can take a screenshot of this. As you can see, I've got nothing to lose setting this thing up. Okay? And I'm probably going to remove some of these shirts in, but let's cover this in black so that we can start detailing it on up. Hey Jeffrey, one of those photos that you sent me, you said one of them was Battle of the Bulge. Was the other one like it looked like it was in Italy. There was like a Mediterranean looking church in the back. Okay, let's see how we do here. This might not be the tightest position. Let's do one of these. There we go. $114 was in Italy. Yeah, it looked like it was a little Mediterranean. Well, I might name this one 115. That's why it's his brother. Brother from another mother. Well, it's got no zoomer on it, so it's got to be relatively late vehicle. Zero tip drive. Because I really want to try how this liquid works with regular paint. So we're going to camouflage this thing. Watch it turn out. Watch it be a better camouflage than any of the other ones that I've done. That's fine. Have you done your Destroyed Panther yet? Are you waiting for me to motivate you? I mean, I hope this is the best airbrushing job I've done when I do the camouflage. Just have it, just clearing that, the noise, oh, we're out. Now we're out. We're going to buy this shit in bulk. Because I've had no problems. I've had no problems using the regular paint with it jamming. I've had problems with this jamming with the bigger needle. And now we're using a smaller needle, it's not jamming. So the regular paint stands to reason it ought to go perfect. Got a little bit down. Side of the turret actually looks pretty smooth. And I'll worry about putting a penetrating shot in it later. Not yet. I have to decide what theater it's going to be in. Okay. Wow. You just inspired me to inspire you some more. Just don't do it in North Africa. Hardly using any of this primer either. Gotta tell you this. What else we got in here? Yeah, this other Panther is just a rotten asshole. You know, you got a front sprocket where the rear one should be. You got the rear one. You got the rear idler where the sprocket should be. Same on both sides. You got this guy that's you know, stuck on there. Tools all in the wrong places. Super thick paint. Super thick paint on there. A turret that won't turn. Which that's fine. It means we'll have this one facing forward. And the other one, you know, it could be, you know, moved over. I'm only going to do one destroyed vehicle at a time. I'm not going to get too carried away, though. All right, do I have anything? Still have some primer paint left. I'm going to go ahead and prime these Crusaders that I had to stop. It was like a jam session, what's happening to me last time. So I'm going to go ahead and go as far as I can until I run out of primer. And we did not glue this thing together on purpose. So it'd be easier to prime these Crusaders. How much we got? We got quite a bit. Man, this stuff is working great. No tip. No tip dry. Habit. I didn't even need to do that. Habit. Damn you, Tony. this is super thin and it's self-leveling. And this guy said that this works on all acrylics, this mixture. We'll find out. We'll find out if that's true. This fucker's going to be famous. Because you go round and round and round and round, like ask a question, and everybody has an opinion. And too many people that don't know what the hell they're talking about, they don't admit. People don't admit they don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, ooh, I gotta get a word in. I said, well, shut up if you're gonna misdirect people. I mean, you can't be the world's best expert on everything. You just get exhausted going round and round in circles with that habit again. Still no tip drive. That's insane. That's insane, no tip drive with this. And if I run out of paint before I'm done with this, I'm going to leave it as is. We'll pick it up later. I did get a tiny little ring there. And then one guy was saying, use a toothbrush for it. Well, I don't have a toothbrush. But I do have that. I don't have a toothbrush handy. Maybe I do. That works just fine. That's got to be softer than the bristle on a toothbrush. I won't buy another 0.5 needle. If this does it, don't need it. Nearly out. We are out. This is a stiff water brush. Let's go ahead and take this apart for good measure. See if there's any buildup on the needle. A little bit. But it's super thin. It's thinned down a lot. Completely clear. All right. Got it down at 20. I could do this at 20 before. What I'm about to do, but I could do it 20 without this super thinner. So what we're going to do is we're going to take Russian 4BO dark Russian green. 4BO Russian green, yeah. Assuming it's here. It's not. Aha. Brought that in from the inside. Here's olive grün. Huh. You make sure it's not in my on my rack. Be right back. I found it. I'm bringing some other things out here while we're at it. Now I'm going to have to do something. That means I'm going to look at what's on my phone. I don't know what it's going to do to your feed, but I need to look because I want to see what the mixture is. I set the primer was 70-30, 70 primer, 30% this stuff. Okay, and I don't know what it is on the other paint, so I don't know what's going to happen here. Let's see. All right. Now we're back. All right. Now we're back. I don't know who I lost, but I saw it. It's 50-50. He recommends 50-50. By the way, the guy's name is Kuram Abbas, who had the post about this stuff. And he knows what he's fucking talking about. I mean, it works. It really, really works. So, all right. So he recommends 50-50 for this, or 60-40. I'm going to go 60-40, just because this stuff doesn't really need to be thinned. But this is preventing tip dry. So here's the 4BO Russian Green from Ammo MiG. And he said this was irrespective of all these colors. So for the Panther, I'm going to use reflective green for the green on it. Okay, we're going to use some Vallejo. And we know Vallejo is thick as shit, right? Because to be honest with you, I haven't been really happy with any of the Ammo MiG olive green colors. They're a bit too limp. A bit too much gray. So we're going to cover this thing completely in green, so it'll match the T-34s. I got a couple of T-34 Model 43s. Let me show them to you. They've been waiting in the wings for some attention. They're both Eschi kits. One of them has an Eschi bottom. The other Eschi bottom I screwed up, so it actually has a Eastern Express bottom. Couple of these. So this is a post-Kursk T-34s that still have a 76mm gun. We're probably going to make them snow as well. Now, they're not going to be totally white. They're just going to have some snowness to them. Enough that they're going to need to have red markings on them. Okay? That's the objective. That's the objective, to make some vehicles that have to have writing on them in red. Everybody doing okay? Need a drink? It's just Coke. I start having beer and I'll fall asleep. Get the moisture out of that. All right, here goes everything. I'm going to use a different mixing thing. I only have a shit ton of these things. Micro applicator. Quantity 100. Well, I didn't get 100 in here, but I got 40. Those were given to me by somebody, so. Let's go 6 drops to 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so then we'll go 8 drops of the other one. And if this continues to work well, I'm going to buy, because I don't have a whole lot of airflow improver. I bought it in this one. They make airflow improver in this size. So we'll just make a big one. Okay. 60-40. This paint's already thin enough to do this. So I'm going to dial this down a little bit. These little stirring sticks work fine. And I'm totally going to reuse them. It's just the black one's still wet. Okay. Looks great. Let's open the legs of this a little bit so we don't have this teetering down. Can you guys see this? Let's see if you guys can see this workbench area here. You see this? Yes. Okay. That's plenty visible. We're going to overlap this we're gonna lightly, we're gonna dust this. So you have this color. Wow, it is really flat. That's a good thing. A base color like that. All right. Wheels on the other end. Let's get the Crusader out of here. We're not worried about brush paint the Crusader at this point. All right. Now let's do the business end here. This is a little wobbly. That's what I do. I need to get more. Well, I've been okay making do with what I have. All right, so let's just go ahead and do an overall. We've got plenty of paint here still. No tip dry. We got this an overall green. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try to do we're going to brighten up some of these areas that are highlighted. And hopefully this thing doesn't fly away. Force the shadows a little bit. But the main thing is when you're looking at this whole side, to make it look like it's different a little bit. Not like it came out of the showroom and it's all painted the same. I like how that looks. Now, Gunda! Welcome, Gunda! That's about all I'm interested in doing to it. That's about all I'm interested in doing. Now, I'm going to take these T34s that I painted a little while ago. And let's see what color they are. Let's see how they compare. I didn't do all that much highlight to them. Well, for starters, they're a lot shinier. And if we need to toss some of this paint out, we toss some of this paint out. Because I'm like done with all the green stuff I'm going to do. I'm not going to like get involved in anything else. So nothing else green to do here. Nothing else Russian green. No. There's no point running this through. So we're going to pull as much of this as we can out, which should be easy to do. There's the garbage can. Run some thinner through here with it, and we're gonna switch to Dunkelgelb for the Panther. We'll do the base coat on the Panther. Going real well, man. This guy's... Well, I didn't really have this kind of stuff. I really didn't have these issues with this paint. What we'll really know is when I end up doing this, the camouflage on the Panther. If I'm like blown away by that, that'll be the real... Clean. All right. I did a double dose, so let's not do that. Let's do 6 drops of this. If there's 6 drops left in this. Oh, we're out. Okay. Basura. Dunkelgelb base. 6 drops, and then 4 of the other one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Put a 7th one. Show them who's boss. You're not the boss of me. 4 of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 for good measure. You're not the boss of me. Is this dry? It's dry enough. Alright, this is going to look like ass because the base color of Dunkelgelb is terrible. It's very greenish, and we're going over black. But of all the times to go over black, this is the time to do it. Because this fucker's going to be burnt. Now, I'm probably going to remove some of these side skirts at some later time. I just don't know when that's going to be. So we're going to just give this a light dusting. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing with the turret. spent so much time clearing the tip. Yeah, it's catching. Catching a little bit. Let's drop it to about 15. Let's pull this paint out. All right, Dunkelgelb light or highlight. I'm pretty sure it's out here. Dunkelgelb highlight, here it is. And this thing looks like almost like an ivory color. Now we're going to start where we don't want that much of an even finish, okay? It's going to have this be kind of a little charred. We're going to leave some of this color on the bottom. Something like that. We still got to do camouflage over it. And it's still going to get the wash that we normally give everything. Just something like that. Just something like this. And again, I used way too much paint. Even though I used half as much as before. Now is where the proof meets the pudding. What PSI do we have? Drop it to about 12. We'll start off with chocolate brown. Chocolate brown. One, two, three, four. And two of this. Let's see how small we can get this thing. Find where this guy lives and kiss his ass. Wow, just truly amazing. Truly amazing. Have it, man. It's not tip drying at all. I just have it. want to go over these patterns because once I do my little wash and stuff, it's definitely going to make these patterns disappear a little bit more. So again, I kind of did the first thing just kind of sketching. I think that works well for me. Anything that involves like sketching, like. This is the best airbrushing I've done. I've not been able to do a camouflage scheme this precise. I don't mind going over it a second time. And this looks very red oxide, and it's just chocolate brown. We out? Nope. Did good. Look at that. That's good because we got a 231. We got a 234/1 that is just asking for this kind of shit to be done to it. Okay. I think that's enough of the red. All right. Now, this doesn't have to be super precise. Let's move these so we don't knock them down. This is actually a fairly comfortable setup. It's not my painting table comfortable, but I started to go a little south there. think we'll leave it at that. I think we're going to leave it at this. And remember, this is going to be a knocked out panther. So the fact that that looks as good as it does. Now we're going to see the proof in the pudding. Okay? But we're not going to use AK paints. We're going to use a Vallejo paint, which is a lot thicker. This guy says you could use this stuff on all acrylics, including Vallejo. So we're going to put this guy to the test. Now I'm going to go ahead and do a full 50-50. I'm going to do half Vallejo, half of this magic thinner wash, the Abbas wash. That's what I'm going to call it. That's what the guy's name is. That's what the guy said his name is. We'll see. It's not perfect. I've fudged up one little area, but it's better than any other one I've done before. A little of this through here. This is going to be the proof in the pudding right here. Because if we can use it, if the Vallejo paint works without any problem whatsoever, we got it made. This is gonna be. Don't get me wrong. I like this AK paint plenty good. All right, where is the Vallejo color that we pulled out here? We brought it out here. It's a reflective green. This is the color that in their paint sets for the German army they recommend to use this for their olive green color, and it looks nice. It's less gray than this reflective green. So not the reflective green, olive green option 2. I don't know what the hell option 1 is, but you don't get the option. Now, this thing is actually pretty thick. Let's come over here and take a look at it. I actually need to. 1, 2. It's quite a bit in there. And of course, I pick a color. It's all ganked up and just winging it. These little mixing sticks work really well. Totally going to reuse these too. All right. Okay, switched over to the other color now. All right, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and keep the turret on. Now, I have airbrushed Vallejo before. It's not like it's something you can't airbrush, but I'm just trying to avoid like the spider webs and stuff like that. Just kind of smooth. actually looking like it's looking a lot like those Panthers at Kursk. And you know, the really frustrating thing about airbrushing is, it's not that it's so hard to do, or that it's that much of a climb. It's that sometimes you do it and it works great. And next time you try doing the same thing and it doesn't work out as good, and you're wondering like, what am I doing? Am I not holding my mouth right? And that's kind of what I want to prevent. I like that stuff that doesn't happen in my brush painting at all. You know, like we keep climbing and we keep improving, and every time we do it, it gets a little bit better. Airbrushing, you know, it just, there's other variables that you can't control. So if we can stabilize that using this, the magic liquid, which so far so good. Come on. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that. Looks pretty damn good for a knocked out vehicle. All right. Now, hold on one second. All right, so here's the bad news. I gotta go somewhere, and it's like just like anything else. When you're having fun, things go by too fast. So I'm going to clear this as much as I can. We're going to have to wait to do the white overspray. But pretty happy with the results. One thing's for sure, we'll be working on the destroyed Panther tomorrow morning. Knocked out Panther. We're going to use something we hadn't used before. We're going to use the brown wash that we normally use, and we're also going to use dark tone, which is basically like Nuln oil, but we're going to see how that works. Let's blow this. Let's get the pressure up. We'll see if we can leave this thing clean. I'm probably, unless I get home really late, I am probably going to airbrush the white on these 234s and SU85 tonight, probably. Now, let's do the thing that they always say to do. Pull this in. Why isn't that working? Okay. I never do that. Maybe you start doing it. This guy that came up with this liquid says he does that. I'm like, well, you obviously know what the fuck you're talking about. So I should tell him, I'm not going to do anything you say until you start using hand sanitizer to clean things. What? Two can play that game. Let's pull this back out a little bit. All of this with the 0.35 needle, the needle that came with the airbrush. Let me leave this needle down here. Clean. That's not good. Luckily, there's nothing in there. Oh, we did fuck up the back of that. Look at that. Well, that's a problem. Well, I guess we'll be ordering a part. And I had it in here, and the vibration just pulled it out. Well, that's why you guys watch this show. You never know what's going to happen. Well, that's fucking bad news. I guess I won't be painting that white. This thing is all chipped to shit. Now, there's a chance, I mean, I got nothing to lose at this point. I could try bending this back. Woo! That's worth a fucking try. That's worth a try. I think I'll be able to bend it back. This is made out of like some thin ass fucking material. God bless, this stuff is thin. All right, let's. We're in business. Woo! I do all my own stunts, folks. Tom Cruise ain't got shit on me. All right. Now, I'm not going to store you there. That's because it vibrated and it fell out. All right. Woo! Yeah, that's the problem with the airbrush. Anytime it hits the ground, it always falls on something delicate. All right, well, there you go. So we will go back. We will be spraying white when we get back. So anyhow, never a dull moment around here, folks. All right, we will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.